Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to part two of Who Can You Trust? And we're going on to the next video, about the judge and the conspiracy to steal the kids here in Humboldt County, and how our federal judge down in Chicago seems to be more interested in looking out for these people up here, his fellow lawyers, than for the citizens he's supposed to be serving. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Who Can You Trust? Now, at this point, I've been fighting for my first daughter for 9 months. You can see this is my second daughter that has arrived here at the hospital. There's a lot behind this that I'm not going to go into, but we're at the hospital, and up comes the police and the social workers. Well, the social workers came in the first day, whatever, and tried to arrest us. But the next day they came with the police, arrested me, and put me in the car while they stole the baby from Love's breast. And then after they did that, they released me. Yeah. All this was on the word of Haley Hoblet, the one who had already been busted lying about the situation. Yeah. It's her first day on earth, and this is the position she decided to get comfortable in. She got one foot kicked up. And she's mad. To be disturbed. Don't disturb me. I just got here. Ooh. Yeah. Perfect little baby girl. Take that from my look at it.
We're getting Isabella dressed for her ride home. Look at her squirm.
Now, this is the first day of Little Bit's life. We call it, I named the seagull. Love has a different name for her, but before we get the name on her, this is what happens. So just keep watching. I'm with PBS Channel 19, and I'm allowed to record anywhere on the planet. So you keep right on talking, because what you're doing is a felony, and what I'm doing is maybe a misdemeanor. So you have a good day. Go right ahead. Keep talking. Keep talking. have a base audience of 80,000 people and a mass of 30 million. Come on. Tell me about where you got this authority to do this. So at this time, what do we do? Are we to consider ourselves under detention? Is this what you're saying? Nice. Social worker. Hmm? Thank you very much. No, sure. Judge, love, baby. Oh yes, you are. You understand? You everything you're doing is that you sitting here telling us right now that that we can't leave your hospital because someone without authority and doesn't have a judge's authority at this time to have a warrant is telling you and you're behind her. That's what you're saying, right? Oh, by the way. It shows my. There we go. Whoopee. Are you placing a guard outside the door, miss? Miss, are you placing a guard outside the door? Is this what you're telling me, right? On her authority, right? This is what you're telling me, right? All right. Go ahead. Oh, citizens arrest. Huh? I don't know if you can do that. I guess you got as much authority to do it to them as they have to do it to you, but they ain't got none. What we talking about? Hmm?
So are you guys willing to come to our office and have a meeting tomorrow, I agree?
If you wanted us to come to your office and have a meeting, of course we would. But you came up here often here demanding and talking about you're gonna hold us hostage. No, that's nobody wants to be a
I
hostage.
wrote on that sheet, or address,
Okay.
and the time, and where.
Oh my God. Please, it's not the time to break you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Who Can You Trust? And this is a hearing that I went to, and this was a hearing where this judge went chasing around. All this was evidence that I put in front of the federal court just last week. Went chasing around looking for a reason to keep my kids because this social worker had told her some type of outrageous lie about me being evasive or something. I don't. It didn't matter, but because I didn't really understand what's happening. So listen real careful at the end of this. This is about 8 minutes long, and this is audio. When I start asking the lawyer, Deborah Avermars, the court-appointed lawyer, what's going on, and I start eliciting information from her because I'd already talked to her and told her that the baby was hurt, and and that the hospital and Haley was responsible for this, and I sent her in to talk to this judge about it. You understand? And now you see how evasive she gets. So just hang on in there, and Listen to this tape. Play you uh, uh, tape from a hearing that took place in front of George D. Heinrich here in Eureka, California on May 1st, 2019. I want you to be very, very, attentive, listen to some of the things that are being said. You know, I want you to listen to when she declares that they have clear and convincing evidence that it is that at this time they couldn't turn my child over to me. I want you also to listen, so when she makes the order that I can't take the baby out of the state of California. I want you to listen when they ask me about returning to Chicago. And then I also want you to be listening when Deborah Avamars, this is the one who was acting as my attorney, and I start telling her, and she tells me that this judge is going looking for a 30-year warrant. And I start telling her about what's going on. And last but certainly not least, I want you to be listening very, very carefully when I talk to her about already having a conversation with her about the baby being hurt, and she was supposed to go in there and tell that judge. So either she did or she didn't. It's that, whatever the deal is, I guess it didn't make much of a difference to that court or these people. So stay tuned. Listen. We're inside the courtroom.
Court finds that the department did not solicit any written input from the child or their father for reasons that were acceptable as fully outlined in 29E. Mr. Anderson's previously been found either to the father, pretty full again. The court does find as a parent of the child, because the child was not residing at the time of events or conditions that arose that brought the child within the court, who desires to assume custody of the child. The court, that's 35. The court finds by clear and convincing evidence that placement at this time of the non-custodial parent is detrimental to the child. The court would note that lack of cooperation is that's 36. The court has ordered the child declared that when the court is out in one, mother and father shall not remove the child from the state of California by court order. That's 3. The court has ordered the caretaker control of the child be vested for the department. That's 4. The court has authorized placing the child in suitable foster care, suitable relative or non-relative extended familial care. That placement is necessary and appropriate is outlined in 5 and 6. Maintenance for the child shall be an established rate, and the county authorized to seek reimbursement as outlined in 9. The court ordered communication services to father only. Certainly, the time frame is the mother comes forward, the service could be provided to her. That's 10, as modified. The court orders the mother wants to participate, but the Jim father will participate in evaluations as specified in the case plan in order to determine any services or placement of the child with the father. That would include remedial services that would be necessary before placement could occur. That's 16. The court has ordered the parties to file the case plan. The court finds the case plan is appropriate and reasonable to allow the parents to rectify the problems. The proper matter before the court, and also to allow the father allow the court to consider placement of the child with the father. That's 17. I am going to direct counsel to advise clients of evidence code 12-2021. Obviously, others counsel. Brian can't do that unless she makes herself available to them. That is 18. Visitation shall be ordered in the case plan. That's 19. Would advise the parents of Welcome Distribution Code that talks about the possibility of permissive planning and termination of parental rights if communication does not occur. That's 22. What I would specifically say is since the child is under the age of 3, the failure of the parent or guardian to participate regularly in court-ordered treatment programs or to cooperate with services outlined in the case plan may result in the termination of reunification services at the 6-month review from the date of disposition, but no longer than 12 months from the date the child entered care. As I said before, that 12 month date was December 12, 2019. That's 23. I would, to the ability that others council can authorize them to advise their clients the right to appeal, would also advise, but I would advise father here that if you have a right to appeal from the decision of the court, you have a specific time to do so. If you do not file the request for appeal within the time frame, you lose the right to appeal. Ms. Aguilar can discuss that with you in detail, and so Mr. Houston, you should talk with her. That's item 25. As council will sign release of information is outlined in 2782. Parents will sign consent to the treatment if they don't get department can. That's 2781. Reporter offices sign exec orders as orders of court. That's 31. All prior orders not modified by today's orders in full force effect. That's 32. We'll schedule a 6-month review. October 29th at 8:30. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Fire. Followed by Commissioner. Yes, I do.
Then you see, clerk holder, make sure he advises of the location there, so that there can be arrangements made with Chicago social workers to evaluate the situation. That's all for today. Thank you.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, the lawyer, Deborah Avermar, just informed me that the judge went running after a 30-year-old warrant. The same 30-year-old warrant that I've just been picked up on in San Diego, extradited all the way back across country without the governor's signature, because the governor said, I'm not touching that shit. Didn't put his signature on it, period, whatever. Got back there, and they turned around and said, well, you may have to take him back, because they knew they didn't have anything. And they held on there for 7 months, held me there 7 months, trying to investigate something, and then had to turn around and cut me loose. And she just got through telling me, this is what this woman's going after. All right. So, listen very carefully about what's going on now. Yeah.
So I don't want the county to hear what you're telling me right now, so let's walk this through. Just that's the attorney on the case.
Right now, this is what she's chasing around after, trying to say whether it's from it don't exist.
Right.
Okay. It does not exist. Okay. She should have heard from using Hayes up there in San Diego. Pretty sure she should know. If you might know that she needs to go there and find out what's going on there, because there is no family reward for the father ever had and just wanted to be back to the yes, everybody.
So she wants you to contact a social worker and go to a social worker, so you can know where you're staying, look into your background. They have your child's been declared dependent now, which means that your child is officially in the custody of child welfare services. Originally they were going to deny you services, and this is because we're trying to negotiate background, they don't have any services. They want you to do a mental health evaluation, they want you to communicate with them, and they want you to do a peer review. So you need to talk to the social worker. You can do that stuff in Chicago too, you just gotta communicate with those workers, let her know if you're like Chicago, and want to go back there.
I don't want to be Chicago on the baby out here. I want baby first. I want baby second.
That's just something you can visit every time.
I'm telling you, I said they didn't want to take pictures of the child. When I went there, call security and all this other stuff.
You gotta protect her. You gotta show up to these visits.
Okay, but anyway, no, she don't know. Okay, I guess she just put on the way. She just went with she to bring into the town now. To go going off and my history or whatever. So none of us were to all.
You also write the two minutes, you have another 12 minutes, I don't think you're interested.